Hey family, I pray that all the family, the Kinard family, is doing well. And I pray that any family members who got caught up in the hurricane in South Carolina, Georgia, or Florida, that everyone is safe. I come to you today to address a couple of issues. I received a letter in the mail from a lawyer stating that he represents the Kinard family and that a lawsuit was put in against me for $12,000 for what happened at the family reunion in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. And that this lawyer said that all my property and everything could be seized if I don't answer these charges within 30 days. So I just want to go over a few things. One is that in the history of the Kinard family reunion since 1971, we've been doing this family reunion and we had our ups and downs. All right. In South Carolina, things went bad. All right. We hired a caterer. He said that he would provide food for over 230 people and that he would have enough food for everyone. But things went wrong. He didn't prepare enough food. He said one of his grills broke down. So a lot of bad things happened and he wasn't able to perform his duty. So that's what happened. But the point that I want to make to the family is that in the history of the family reunion, we have our ups and we have our downs. But we always find a way to come together and overcome any situation. And what is going on and the accusations that is going around, I find that it is not to be fair. All right, South Carolina tried their hardest to put on a family reunion. Things happen, but that's the bottom line of it. But as a family, we cannot go around and start making false accusations against family members. That's not the type of family that we are. At the South Carolina family reunion that Sunday, I asked the South Carolina chapter to hold a meeting and to go over everything that went wrong, give a total accountability of what was spent on the money and send that out to the family. Now their first meeting is October 13th, sorry. And they will have their meeting, go over everything, and they going to send a report out to me and to all the chapter presidents. And once the chapter presidents get the report, they will look at it, go over it, discuss it with their members, and then I will have a meeting, a conference call meeting with the chapter president to discuss any further actions that's needed to be taken. But the problem that I have is that how do we as a family automatically just start making false accusations against a family member? It's not even been a week since the family reunion and we already contacting lawyers and putting in lawsuits to go against. We cannot allow anything to divide our family. We always have to work together and pull together and come up with solutions to handle any situation that we face. Since 1971, since we had this family reunion, we had our ups and we had our downs. But we always pull together and work to make things better. It haven't even been a week since the South Carolina family and we still getting letters about lawsuits. And I would like to know who is this lawyer representing? He said he representing the Kinard Family Reunion. And I spoke to majority of all the chapter presidents and many of them said they did not know anything about this lawsuit and that they was not a part of it. But let's go over a few things that I like to discuss real quick. One, like I said, the caterer dropped the ball. He didn't make enough food. He had problems, like he said, with his grill. Stuff broke down that night, and some people was not able to be fed. Two, I witnessed the caterer get paid for his service. Three, I know Cousin Linda, who was the chapter president of South Carolina, worked very hard. Now she stepped up for the first time because we couldn't find nobody who wanted to run for the president. She ran and she was elected by the South Carolina chapter. And I seen this woman put her hard work and dedication trying to attempt to host this family reunion. I seen letters that were sent out to members of South Carolina asking for help to assist her to host this family, and she did not receive any response. So she was running around trying to do mostly everything herself. I came down early to try to help her out, but I seen this woman running around trying to do everything. Next thing, people made accusations that money was missing. And I don't understand how family can make an accusation without hearing all the facts. Did anyone call Cousin Robert, the ex-national president of the Kinard Family Union, who's been a dedicated member to this family union, work hard since the beginning? Have anyone called him and asked him what went on, his opinion, before false accusations went out? I know for a fact that all the money was deposited in the bank. And Cousin Linda put the majority of that whole reunion on her debit card. She have not even received a dime in reimbursement for money that she laid out, or money that I laid out, or money that I know her mother laid out. At the meeting that they have on October 13, they will sit down, go over the books, take the money out the bank, and pay back people who put money out, and once they provide the receipts. But the point I'm making is this. Linda has a mother, a father, sons, grandsons. How do we just make certain accusations to assassinate somebody's character? That is not right, and that is something that I'm not willing to stand by. I seen her working hard, and then some people put out accusation whether she's really family. Is she true of family members? Now, who appointed someone DNA police to decide who was family and who was not? Did anybody question whether you true family or not? No, we don't do that. We are not that type of family. And our forefathers would not allow something like this to go on. So I ask everybody patiently to wait until October 13, until they send out the report, then go over it, then we have a discussion on how we can make something like this never happen again. You see, because a lot of us are very spiritual people, and we didn't had a successful family reunion since 1971. We coming up to the 50th anniversary of our family reunion. We have sat down and discussed about things that we want to do in the future with our young people. We said at the New York family reunion that we want to produce 50 new doctors, lawyers, engineers, people going into business. So you don't think the devil is mad at our success record and not going to try to strike a blow? And then God sit back and see what type of family we are, how we're going to turn on each other and try to destroy each other? Is God going to see if we're going to be a loving family and work through things so he can give us more blessings? These are the things that I ask everybody to stop and just think about. And one family member sent me a text asking I resign as the national president immediately. And I respond back, I do not have a problem with that. Once the chapters have their meeting, if they find that that's the best thing for me to do, to resign, I'm willing to do that immediately, whatever's best for the family. But we have to understand that we have to pull together as a family and not allow each other to turn on each other and attack. Another family member said to me that, well, you put yourself in the middle of it. And that's why you are being charged with this also. But I like to say to anybody in the family, you damn right I put myself in the middle of it. Because when New York City stepped out of the box and the first time held a family reunion outside of their state and went to Disney World, or when DC had the family reunion on the boat for the first time, or when Pennsylvania have a successful family reunion, or Syracuse have a successful family reunion, and when we was able to get Ohio back into the rotation after they fell off, and they back in the flow of things strong, I stuck my chest out and proud. So I'm not going to sliver in a corner like some coward, and when things get bad, oh, I don't have anything to do with it. No, as a national president, I'm going to take responsibility for the good and the bad. I teach my daughter and son to stand up and praise God and hold your head up high when things is going good and when it's going bad. That's the true test of a leader. So I'm asking everyone, right, that if we understand that there is a spiritual demon out there that would love to stop the family union from doing all our great things. All right? We worked hard to get Ohio back into the rotation when family had wiped them off. But we didn't give up on no family member, kept working hard, and they back. Ohio had over close to 50 people come to the family union, and majority of them young people. That is a great success and shows the greatness of us as a family. And we don't turn our back on no family, just like we didn't do for Ohio, got them a rotation. And I'm not going to turn my back on South Carolina. South Carolina will get it right. Because once we know that we was cut off from our motherland and South Carolina is our base, all our forefathers come from South Carolina. That is our foundation. We cannot give up on South Carolina. And I'm asking everybody to band together to work towards unity. We are going to D.C. next year. We had over 230 people come to South Carolina. I want 300 people to come to D.C. Let's work towards the future of our family and not allow anything to tear us down. Because we are a great and mighty family. And our forefathers who went ahead, the founder of this family union, Cousin Tommy, Cousin Bunky, Cousin Milford, Cousin Mutt, Cousin Geneva, Cousin Eli. What would they think about us in the way we act? Some of us is acting. You know, a lot of family members know that. I'm gonna use, for example, Cousin Center in Syracuse is one of my favorite families, and I don't even go nowhere near Syracuse without stopping at Center House, stopping at Cousin Johnny May house, or calling my man Jay up in Syracuse to see how they doing. Now just imagine all these years of me being close with Center, her mother and father, her sons, her brother, her grandkids. I go to a family reunion and things don't go right in Syracuse, and then a week later I send a letter out to Center, I'm suing you for what didn't go right at the family reunion. Or I'm at Cousin Johnny May house and I twist my ankle and don't say nothing to her, wait till I get home and she get a letter in the mail stating that there's a lawsuit against you. What type of human being would I be, or a family member, without even sitting down discussing with them what I plan on doing or what I'm upset against? So family, I'm asking you, do not fall victim to a spiritual demon that do not want us to continue with our great success. Let's stand on love. Let's work towards DC, have a great successful family union, and let's band together and do great things. Okay family, also what I wanted to say is that this ordeal has just been crazy. The other day, my mother was crying all day and upset about this situation. And I explained to her, I said, Mommy, there's no reason for you to be crying upset. This is not my trial. This is the whole family trial, because I'm sure God is sitting back just watching to see how we react as a family. But I want to give a special thanks to Cousin Curtis and the president of DC, Cousin Johnny May, President Syracuse, who reached out to me and stated that they had no knowledge of this lawsuit and that they are not a part of this. And I really appreciate those who sent out. But a special thanks I would like to send out to Cousin Eli's sister. Now I haven't seen her since her father was alive and she came to the family reunion. And she got there late and she didn't get a chance to eat. But she said she was so happy just to see all her families that she haven't seen in a long time. And that day after, we all went to the beach, heard music by the water, ate food, and we just had a great time. And she sent me a beautiful letter stating that she just had a great time just seeing her family, and she was so happy. And she said that she's going to join the South Carolina chapter. And she said that she heard about some of the good work I've been trying to do, and she said, "Cuz, this is nothing but the devil trying to strike a blow at you to stop doing the good work that you're doing. But continue. Do not allow the devil to bring you down or this family." And I really appreciate the words of encouragement she said. So I'm sending a special shout out to all those young people that came from Ohio. We only haven't seen a bus at a family reunion in about 15 years or more. Do not give up on this family. Y'all organize in Ohio, become one strong unit, and build on the greatness of this family and what we're trying to do. And a special shout out to all them people from Syracuse that came out. Y'all continue to do the good work y'all doing. Come to DC and let's build a great family. Thank you.